Good morning, everyone, or good day. Welcome to our morning or meditation on this 24th of December. And what I'd like to evoke for this day is the general attitude of friendliness. Friendliness in the most ordinary ways, the ways you'd be friendly to someone. And a stranger, maybe in a public space, maybe the person in front of you in the grocery store who in line, and maybe they drop one of their purchases on the floor, and you pick it up for them and hand it to them, and they say thank you, and the exchange is all ordinary, simple friendliness. Nothing really required more than just the act. Maybe opening the door for someone. Again, maybe a stranger. Maybe opening the door for a stranger and wishing them well, have a good day, or please. And so, the idea of friendliness. And maybe there's a simpler word that you might like to use. I don't know if kindness is simpler. Maybe a simple goodwill. A general sense of well-wishing, an attitude of well-wishing rather than an attitude of ill will or suspicion or fear. And so to have that as the basis for meditation. There are some people who will do metta meditation on goodwill. For the first few minutes of meditation, to set the stage, set the foundation for meditation itself to be a very simple act of goodwill, of friendliness to oneself or to one's experience as one is meditating. A friendly attitude towards breathing, friendly attitude to discomfort in the body, a friendly attitude to calm that might set in, a friendly attitude to a mind that's out of control. Not punitive to the mind, not aversive to it, but in a friendly way, opening the door and welcoming it in, back to the present moment. Please enter, come here. Begin again. So to assume a meditation posture, maybe there's a way in which the posture itself can be an expression of the simplest form of well-wishing or friendliness. To place oneself in a posture which is aligned, a posture in which different parts of the body can be aligned or in harmony or be in a kind of cooperative balance. Lowering your gaze, and if it's comfortable, to close your eyes. And feeling the weight of your body down through your torso, through your back, through your sitting bones if you're on a chair, couch, or cushion. Maybe the weight of your feet, whatever they're touching. And that in that weight, in that the substantial feeling of being in a body, may it contain within it a simple friendliness, an attitude of care or kindness. Some people connect to kindness more through words, saying very simple, kind words. Classically, it's "May I be happy." For some people, it's more having an image of something that's easy, someone or some animal or something that's easy to be delighted in, and to have a simple kindness, goodwill. For some people, it's somatic, a radiance of tenderness or warmth. Some people, it's a light that shines outward. That maybe also shines inward. Maybe the light of awareness. So that everything awareness touches, and everything that comes into awareness is touched by kindness, is received in a friendly way. And then centering yourself on your body, breathing. And maybe if it's comfortable for you, that breathing becomes the subject for your kindness. Breathing becomes the place where you remember to be friendly, to be kind, to be warm-hearted. Breathing as the training ground for metta. Friendly to breathing in. Friendly to the one who's breathing. Friendly to breathing out. Caring for the one who exhales. Maybe appreciating that breathing keeps you alive. So why not center your goodwill on breathing here and now. One way to support a friendly attitude is to have a half smile as you meditate, turning up your corners of your lips just enough to feel some pleasure. And another way is to gently, quietly say the word yes. The friendly yes. Both a smile and a yes that reassures the thinking mind that it's okay to be quiet, to be still. And as we come to the end of this sitting, to remember, to remember, put back together yourself with goodwill, wishing yourself well, all aspects of yourself, nothing excluded. You might repeat these words silently to yourself. May I be happy. Feeling the last words of these sentences as dropping in to the pond of your inner life, a gentle pebble rippling out. May I be happy. May I be safe. May I be peaceful. May I be free. And then to spread this goodwill out into this community of meditators participating here on YouTube. May all of us be happy. May all of us be safe. May all of us be peaceful. May all of us be free. And then to extend your goodwill, your gaze, your radiance, out across the lands, across the world. May all beings be happy. May all beings be safe. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be free. And may it be that with our simple, basic friendliness, may we contribute to a world at peace. Thank you. So hello everyone, and welcome to this December 24th, 2024. And This week the themes is care, all the different forms of love, or the 5 primary forms of love in Buddhism, in the kind of a Theravada Buddhism. And so yesterday was care, which I see as the foundation for the other 4. And when we care for something, we value it, we tend to it, we nourish it, nurture it. That one of the ways that's expressed is in friendliness. And the word metta is a cognate to the word mitta. So it's closely connected, friendliness and friendship and friend. Sometimes it's translated as kindness, goodwill, loving kindness, well-wishing. And sometimes, it's said that maybe the common English translation, loving kindness, puts a high bar on it, because the word love for some people is challenging when we have people who are quite difficult in our lives. And but the idea of friendliness or goodwill maybe kind of makes it easier, more accessible. That even to someone we have trouble with, that it might be some very basic friendliness or goodwill that might work. And but it's a wonderful things to be friendly. It's a lower bar than loving someone. Maybe it's easier than being compassionate for people at times. And also it's more universally applicable. To go through the day being friendly is more appropriate than going through the world with compassion. Certainly the world is full of suffering. But not everyone wants to receive our compassion. Not everyone is the time and place to be compassionate. But every place is a time and place for simple friendliness. I have been involved in, I've been seen, and that sometimes when there's a lot of animosity and directed towards me or seen directed to other people, a lot of anger, I've seen people who were able to receive it without fear and without anger, to turn it all around by being friendly. And the idea of being able to step towards and look with care on the world, to not turn away, but to look towards what's happening and see it with the friendly eyes, at least as a caring eyes. And you can ask why or when is it appropriate to be friendly. And the most profound answer that I could offer is that the time to be friendly is when the alternative is worse. If you know a better alternative than being friendly, then by all means, please do it. But if the alternative you have is not as good as being friendly, choose friendliness above all else. This is what the Buddha said. The concept or the attitude of metta is really, in the ancient teachings of the Buddha, the primary social emotion next to anukampa, care, that is emphasized. And many of the ways that in later Buddhism and in the modern Buddhism, compassion is often seen as the primary Buddhist motivation and attitude. The place of that, for many of the same purposes and reasons and motivations, in the ancient text was metta, goodwill, to meet others with goodwill, to meet them with friendliness. And the Buddha emphasized to be very careful and not sacrifice, not give it up. No matter what's happening, stay close to metta. And then when he's talking to his monastic disciples, he said, the way that you stay true to the Dharma is no matter what's happening, you keep metta for the people that are, even the people who are abusing you. This is a very difficult teaching, but what I want to emphasize is how foundational the idea of friendliness and kindness is in this tradition. I have kind of a warm place in my heart for a neighbor here who's an old man who's having quite a bit of difficulty. And he went to the hospital recently, and I tried to, best I could, to figure out how to support him and help him. It was a bit hard, but when I went to talk to the neighbors next to him, they had only animosity for him. He said, he's just a bad person, he's always mean, and he's never been here for, I've been here for 27 years together with him, and he's always been difficult. And I replied that, yes, half the time he's been a difficult neighbor, but the other half of the time he's not. And I emphasized the half the time that he's not. And I have a soft spot in my heart for him and would like to support him, wanted to try to be there when he went to the hospital and offer the support I could. And so not to hold against him the fact that he has this mean streak, because it doesn't really, affect me that he's mean, but it does affect me if I am. It doesn't really matter to me whether he's mean to me. It matters that, to me, that I keep my heart open. And one of the profound things that I've learned from Buddhist practice, a surprise to me, not something I tried to talk myself into or it kind of snuck up on me, was the realization that in theory, or in some real way, not difficult, not easy, but in a real way, I was capable of having goodwill, friendliness to everyone, and no matter what. And so the practice was, and the commitment was, to find a way to make that possible, to do it in a way that was safe for me, safe for others, that was appropriate, but always, at least in my heart, to keep my heart open, never close my heart. Even there are times where I've had to leave a situation because of the danger. I had to protect myself because of the danger that was there from other people. But the idea was always, even so with my heart, keep it friendly, have goodwill there as I care for myself. So in our Buddhist tradition, there are 4 primary kind of practices or attitudes or approaches to life that is I understand is the foundation of it all. One has to do with awareness practices, like mindfulness. The second has to do with ethics, being ethical. The third has to do with generosity. And the fourth has to do with goodwill, with kindness. Those are the 4 kind of primary attitudes, approaches, teachings that Theravadan Buddhism, that I like to think of, swims in. That's the world which we are centering ourselves or guiding us in how we live. And it's a world that brings a lot of joy, a lot of love, a lot of sense of being like we belong in this world. We belong in this society. We belong in such a way that we can include others in that belonging. And even though if we feel like we don't belong because of how others treat us, it's possible through these 4 practices of awareness, ethics, generosity, and goodwill to feel centered and at home with oneself enough that now you become the belonger, that your friendliness is one that welcomes everyone into your field of friendliness. It doesn't have to be naive. It doesn't have to put you in danger. It can be at whatever distance that's appropriate for you. But that's the nature of your heart. It's possible to have a heart of goodwill. And finally, to end, as you go forth today and into your life, If you to base your life on goodwill towards all, friendliness to all, don't have it to be this grand thing that you're going to do so many, you do great acts of friendliness. Think of it as in the small acts through the day, small acts of kindness, small acts of friendliness, the opening of the door, the saying hello to a stranger as you pass them. If you fill your day with small acts of friendliness, the accumulation, the sum total of those become pretty wonderful. May your day be one of friendliness. May you offer your care, your kindness in simple ways to those people that you will be with today, including, please, I ask you, please, including yourself. May you be generous, kind, and friendly to yourself and all that is difficult in you. May your heart be open to all, including yourself. Thank you.